Oh yeah. The manifestation have begun. What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego. Oh my gosh, we gotta talk about this new stuff. The manifestation is among us. How's everybody doing? Make sure you guys smash the like button. Come on in. Man, this shit is weird. What the fuck? This is really weird. YouTube switched it. They forced everyone to use, it's called YouTube Studio. And they're forcing everyone to convert to it. But then to get out of YouTube Studio, you have to look and search where all the new buttons are to find out where regular YouTube is. It's just like, it's a little bit chaotic right now. I mean, if you haven't been using it. Y'all want to do a warm up, or y'all want to jump into the content? Because I already made you guys wait, so I'm gonna let the fans pick. Say warm up, roll call, or jump in. Let me know. The fans run the channel, so whatever the fans want, the fans gonna get. If y'all want me to jump in, say that. If you want me to do the roll call, say that. All right, we're about to jump into it. We got the music on. Shout out to Bay Area. You still can rep where you're from. I'm just not going to go, we're going to skip over the roll call. So this is this. I told you, new media, we are not stopping. We're going to keep talking about the latest and greatest, the hottest topics as it pertains to boxing, right? Eddie Hearn, he did an interview. I didn't watch the whole thing. Like, I can't even watch. I just got a lot of stuff to do, I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, facilitating stuff. I'm Disney Ego, some stuff with the Box Fan Expo. Like, I'm just doing a lot behind the scenes. So this one wasn't so long, but a lot of it was about David Price fighting Cash App or whoever, he's a Venmo, whoever he's fighting. So I just skimmed through it, found the Wilder part. And he was talking about, he heard Wilder's requesting 50-50. He was asked something about that. So we're going to take a listen to what he said in response to Wilder getting 50-50, and then I'm going to kind of recap with some thoughts. So we might have to call his bluff one. Listen. Trying to improve, and that is the focus, Jarrell Millie. Listen. Because I know our guy, AJ, listen. See what happens. For me, the focus is, there's no point in me saying anything negative. I'll let the... But
he's done a recent interview. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think Coogan sent it to me last night. He just said the only way the fight happens is if it's 50-50. Yeah,
that's why I rejected the zone.
I just think that,
smash the like button.
No point in me saying anything negative. I'll let the fans decide whether you think that's right or not. And I know I've seen the response.
See, okay, listen. New media. All I ask is everyone to be fair. Listen to what he just said. They said, hey, the reporter said, hey, did you hear? Wilder said he's not doing the Joshua fight unless it gets 50-50. And he said, yeah, I got sent the interview where he's seen that. Look, I'm not going to say anything negative about him. So, you done fucked up. For one, how do you pick and choose when you want to say something negative? Because sometimes you're pulling, this is what I'm saying. You got to give, especially if you come into America, you got to pay tithes, to America. You can't just come in and be disrespectful and stuff, right? So you're saying I'm not going to say anything negative, but you've said a lot of stuff negative. That's why Wilder's camp didn't want you in the meeting with John Skipper, right? You also did these little games like asking people in New York if they know this guy from Alabama, even though boxing is, a growing sport again, but it's still a niche sport at the moment, right? So how do you pick and choose when you want to say something negative on camera? Oh, just some little guy in Alabama. He's already threw shots like that, Wilder's, he's missing world media, but not coming to the Joseph Parker fight. What a moron. He says stuff like this. So now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't want to say anything publicly bad. It's not my job. Then new media, but let's break down. This is what he said. And I'm just paraphrasing. You guys heard it. Then he says, that's what I'm saying. You got to speak the words that you want out of your mouth. I do this all the time. I do this daily. Everything I say. When's the last time you seen me get jammed up or have to take something back? You know, where I'm like, no, I shouldn't have said that. Or, you know, how Q-Brat Pulev kissed the girl and then had to explain it. When the last time you seen me do that? You know, where, you know, I violated someone's rights or violated YouTube and then I had to justify it, you know? Or I made this Koukamani prediction and, you know, disrespected Errol Spence or something, and then I was way off the mark. So, you know, we just holding people accountable for what they say. Anywho, Eddie Hearns, he just told you, I'm not going to say nothing bad. He said he wants 50-50. I'm going to let the fans decide how they feel about that. You know you done fucked up. You said you're going to let the fans decide about 50-50. Unpack that. Why is it the fans' responsibility to decide what's fair in a business that really doesn't pertain to the fans, that aspect of the business? The fight, yes. But we as fight fans, we just want to see this fight. You know, to be honest, I don't care if you give Wilder and Joshua Chuck E. Cheese tokens. If, you know, if you're really being real, because it's not going to affect my checking and savings account. It's not going to go into my account. You get what I'm saying? So that's the error in what Eddie Hearns is doing, in my opinion, is because he's saying, oh, yeah, I heard he wants 50-50, but I'm going to let the fans decide what they feel about that. That's why I said, Eddie, the UK can't save you. The UK can't save you. You know? The fans, all, you know, see, and then this is kind of what Aaron was talking about. Eddie Hearns, like he gets a rise or a kick or a jolt because looking in comments or something. You know how many comments they say about me, you know, on the internet? I don't care about that because I know what I'm doing. I know what I bring to the table. I know I'm covering the fights. I know I'm doing my best job for the fans, you know. So there's a million, you know, people say good and bad stuff about me. Some people say, oh, Egos, that's my dude. You know, he has the best channel. Some people say other stuff. They say, oh, he sucks. Why do you like him? You know, he's begging for money, panhandler. I don't care about that. I know what I'm doing. You know, if I'm a panhandler, you don't have to watch. You know, I'm not begging you for money. So that's one of the problems with Eddie. It looks like he looks, aside from the promotional duties and stuff, he likes the spotlight. He likes the glamour. He's talking about he'll let the fans decide about 50-50. The fans don't got fuck all to do with 50-50. That's y'all business, you know, the back end. That's why this is the problem with boxing. You have people like Deontay Wilder who chose to stay with Showtime for whatever reason. That's what he made up. Him and his wife and his team and his family, or him or whoever got the final say, they chose to stay on Showtime as opposed to pursue $100 million on Dazn. They chose that. So I'm sure him being an intelligent person, I've talked to Duke, you know, so I'm sure he has some reason. That's the problem. Steven Espinoza just told you on Twitter. He says if people knew how much Showtime was paying and cashing them out, then I'm sure Wilder would get less flack for his decision. But they chose to keep, you know, the dealings private because it really doesn't pertain to the fans. What the fans need to know how much, you know, what you trying to rob him? You know, are you going to match him? Like whatever he gets from Showtime. That's the thing. People are turning this boxing shit into, you know, more business than, you know, our enjoyment, competition, stuff like that. So it's unfair. Like, you know, people, oh yeah, Wilder's an idiot. You don't even know how much he's getting. You know? So I disagree wholeheartedly with what Eddie Hearns just said. He said 50-50. I'm going to let the fans decide what they think. It's not really up to the fans because the fans are motherfuckers work at, you know, wherever they work. We got fans that are unemployed, you know, that watch boxing but really like UFC. You know, you got fans that work at Jack of the Box or wherever. That's cool. Get your money. Do what you have to do. But you work at Jack in the Box, and we're talking about 500 million businesses, and you know, businesses worth 500 million and $1 million deals. So I don't expect somebody, unless that's, you know, where their head's at with business, to necessarily understand and get it if they, you know, if they've never had no business dealings. That's my whole point.
Interview. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I think Coogan sent it to me last night. He just said the only way the fight happens is if it's 50-50. Yeah,
That's why I rejected Dazn.
I just think that, you know, there's no point in me saying anything negative. I'll let the fans decide whether you think that's right or not. And I know I've...
See, you hear? He just said it. I'll let the fans decide whether you think that is right or not. That's what I'm saying. This is not an issue of public opinion. What Wilder and Anthony Joshua get, we talk about it on YouTube, but it's really none of our business. Because you can't spend Joshua, he making whatever money that they say he's making, whatever. And he's living in a little apartment, you know, training. If that's what he wants to do with his money, even though he has all this money, if he wants to live in, you know, a shack like Redman or whatever, with the doorbell and shit on MTV Cribs, that's his duty. You know, it's his business. If he wants to live, Warren Buffett lives modest. I went to a Terrence Crawford fight. This dude's worth $1 billion plus, and he was in the not in the rafters, but he was in the bleachers. He wasn't ringside. I was closer at Crawford Benavidez. I was closer to the ring. I was ringside, you know, so I was closer to the ring than Warren Buffett. And this dude, by my whole life, you know what I'm saying? He worth more than I've made ever since I've worked ever. You know what I'm saying? If you added that up. So it looks like Eddie Hearn pressure's kind of getting to him because, like I said, he said, I'm going to let the fans decide if they feel that's fair. How is it the fans' duty, or like what does their input matter what Wilder's worth is? You know? What is it? Especially when we don't know every fan. There's some crazy fan. Mark David Chapman was a fan of the Beatles, and he killed John Lennon. I told you, my brain is too advanced. You know? So there's a lot of crazy fans. Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro, you know, there's a lot of crazy fans. You know, what's a fan going to tell Wilder or Joshua their true worth? Yeah, we all have an opinion, but assholes are like opinions. Everybody got to have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's talking about, I heard it, and we're just going to let the fans decide if it's fair. What's the fan got to do with that? You decide if it's fair. You decide if it's something that you guys can swing. If, you know, if you really want to fight. You talking about the fans are going to decide if 50-50 is fair. Because, once again, this is making Bob Arum look like OG Bobby Arum. You know what I'm saying? Arum kind of said this, like, you know, basically Eddie Hearn, he liked the spotlight. He liked to be all in the video, and he liked the spotlight. So he actually likes the public opinion. He likes the public on his side. I don't give a fuck. You know, man, I pull up at all these fights. You know, I don't care if somebody likes my opinion or this is my opinion. I'm being honest. I'm always a respectful person. I don't need people to validate what I say. You know, that's just the difference between me and some other people. I don't need validation. People told me all the time, like, you doing your thing. Some people say you're a fucking idiot. You have the worst channel on YouTube. I don't care. What does that do to me? I got the worst channel, but you leaving comments. You taking the time out your day. So, you know, what's that to me? But it appears from the outside looking in that Eddie Hearn likes to be in the spot. Put it this way. Tell me if I'm lying. Y'all listening? Anthony Joshua is fighting Gerald Miller June 1st. Have you heard more from Anthony Joshua or Eddie Hearn regarding Deontay Wilder or Gerald Miller or anything? Have you heard more from Anthony Joshua or Eddie Hearn? Who have you seen more interviews from, more people talking about it, etc.? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Exactly. Prophet said, I ain't heard nothing from AJ. He is the promoter. Okay, now you in the hot seat. I'm not playing with none of you dudes. So Mikey Garcia had a big spectacle. First time on pay-per-view, Errol Spence. Did we hear more from Mikey Garcia and his immediate camp or Richard Schaefer, who put the event on? You're in the hot seat. Daniel Pena, go. So Richard Schaefer promoted that event. Did we hear more from Richard Schaefer, or did you hear more about Mikey Garcia and him doing interviews at Snack and, you know, his brother doing interviews with Ellie, etc.? That's what he's supposed to do, dummy. Okay, that's what's up. Answer the question. Strike one. So did we hear more from Richard Schaefer or Mikey Garcia and his team? No, he gonna get this work. Don't block him yet. Both, honestly. Okay, so name something impactful that Richard. See, now now I know you lying. Name something like a big, major, viral interview that Richard Schaefer did, not including fight week festivities. I'm talking about in the build-up. He said both, honestly. Okay, so you either send me the link or let me know any major talking points from Richard Schaefer in the build-up for Spence Garcia. Richard is saying he's the next pay-per-view star. Where the link at? Where the link at? You know, and this is the thing. This is why you could never beat me, because I'm new media and you old media. I never said Richard Schaefer didn't say anything or do any interviews to promote the fight. I said, by and large, who did we hear more from? You're really trying to argue that we heard more from Richard Schaefer than Mikey Garcia and his team in the build-up for Spence. Again, I never said Richard Schaefer never did one interview to build up the fight. That's his fucking job, to have some priorities dealing with the media. So I'm going to let the fans vote because I know you're lying. In the build-up to Spence Garcia, did we hear more from Mikey Garcia and his team, Robert Garcia, Pita, whoever, or Richard Schaefer, the promoter of the event? Let's vote. This chump came at ego disrespectful for no reason. And then see, if I say some stuff like call a name, then I'm the bad guy. So it's cool. He said I said both. No, the fans voting on your fate, bro. You wasting my time. Mikey drowned out Richard Schaefer's voice. He said Pena has left the chat. Look at Shaky for you, bro. Look at Shaky. You really slowed up everything to come up with some bullshit point that you know is not the case. You know, Al Heyman, when's he all in the video? When do you ever see Al Heyman interviews that supersede Adrian Broner and Manny Pacquiao? Like, you hear more from Al Heyman, the advisor who, you know, facilitated and put the fight on under his umbrella, than Broner or Pacquiao. Block him. He said, I'm still here. Block him. Okay. Now you know you losing. You losing. He said, I'm still here. I'm still here, homie. All right, we'll see how long that lasts. Everybody do a countdown. We're going to see how long it takes for my shooters to engage. Let's count down. Or let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn, you didn't even make a 5 count. Tyson Fury did better than you. Next. You see? We'll see. Like I said, I'm mowing down every late. Please. Please come at new media. We ready for that. You know? Look, now, and then we get a super chat. Shout out to Messiah. Bro, you're not going to tell me that every promoter who puts on a card is all in the video dancing like Eddie Hearns before fights, more so than the A-side fighter. It's not like a, you know, like Daniel Roman or somebody unknown. Anthony Joshua, we already know who he is. We, like real boxing fans, know who he is. So it's not like he needs to be built up per se.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal.
And we got it easy work. And we hear more from him. When did you ever hear more from Leonard Ellerbe than Floyd Mayweather? Ooh, I know the points hurt because I know I'm killing y'all. Not saying Leonard Ellerbe didn't do his job or didn't promote the fight, but when did you ever hear more quotes from Leonard Ellerbe than the A-side, Floyd Mayweather? When have you ever heard, you know, Canelo not have any words and then Oscar De La Hoya is the only one talking? De La Hoya talks, he does interviews, you know, I get it, help promote. But I'm saying where it's not balanced at all. You know, Canelo will get on his social media and speak to the fans, you know, keep people updated, let people know what he's doing, do an Instagram story, do an interview with ESPN Deportes, and he's an A-side. De La Hoya does his thing, and he's also being asked questions at other fights, like let's say he's promoting Jaime Munguia. So I get it. You're going to be asked, the promoter is going to be asked questions. But what I'm saying is Eddie Hearn, we've heard everything from him and nothing from Anthony Joshua. You know, I don't know if they put a muzzle on Joshua and said, hey, don't talk. You know, you said you'll take 50 million. That jumped us. I don't know. But let's continue. He said it's up to the fans to decide if 50-50 is right. That's incorrect to me.
So you get to see him raw.
Questions that have got to be asked.
Yeah.
I rejected the zone.
I just think that, you know, there's no point me saying anything negative. I'll let the fans decide whether you think that's right or not. And I know I've seen the response from that article and that video. So look, I'm not here to talk down or, you know, talk badly about Deontay Wilder. If that's what he believes, you know, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. For me, the focus is Jarrell Miller on June the 1st. Let's make sure that Anthony Joshua wins that fight, and then we can start talking about the undisputed fight. And Wilder's got to beat Brazil, you know. So I don't know Wilder's mindset. I don't know his mentality.
Pressure burst pipes.
Is he believing this bubble, this hype too much? Because I know our guy, AJ, is the most focused individual on the planet. He ain't believing no hype. He's tucked away in Sheffield, in his little apartment, working hard, sparring, trying to improve, and that is
basically what a fighter is supposed to be doing, like training. But okay.
The focus, Jarrell Miller. You can't look past Jarrell Miller. I've seen him on social media for the first time in a proper camp. This is Jarrell Miller, properly training hard with great sparring. This is his chance to become the unified heavyweight champion of the world. If you start looking past a man that has that kind of hunger, it's dangerous. So for us, the Wilder talk is irrelevant. Let him do his interviews, let him have his opinion. Good luck to him. June 1, Madison Square Garden, that is the focus.
Of course. But you said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe you might not take it.
Yeah, I agree.
He says, you said on record that even if you offered him 50-50, he would not take it. And he said, oh, I agree, yeah.
So we might have to call his bluff one day.
Okay, listen.
You said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe you might not take it.
Yeah, I agree. So we might have to call his bluff one day. But, you know...
Okay. New media. This is where we do our best work. Let the boy cook. Okay. You know, see, listen. This is why I can't watch too much of certain stuff because it's Swiss cheese to me. There's too many holes in the argument. It's too many holes in the argument. Let's unpack this. New media style. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. That's okay. But you gonna have to explain it. And if you don't, you know the ramifications of that. For that, my friends. Right? So, he says, the question was, you said on record, like, you know, publicly, that even if you offered Deontay Wilder 50-50, he probably wouldn't take it. And Eddie Hearn, like, you know, interject, oh, yeah, I do believe that. Yeah, he probably wouldn't, yeah, right? So I might have to call his bluff one day. Why don't you call his bluff now? Why didn't you call his bluff in 2018? You know, before Povetkin was, you know, forced or whatever, WBA and all that. Why did you call his bluff then? Why did you offer him $12.5 million? Why did you offer him $15 million flat, no pay-per-view, you know, on Dazn? Why didn't you, when you sent him a new offer and stuff, or Dazn sent a 3-5? That's what I'm saying, bro. Dazn, you got to do something, baby. You got Eddie Hearn saying all this stuff. You trying to sell to Americans now. We see this. We see this stuff. Dazn offered Wilder a 3-fight, bigger, flat fee, right? He says he believes that Wilder would turn down 50-50 that he's asking for, and we might have to call his bluff one day. So why isn't one day last year? Why didn't you already do that? Put it this way. Like, have you ever seen like a World Star video and then somebody's coming up to someone and is like, yo, I'm gonna slap you. And then the person like boss up, you know, create a little wall and says, put your hands on me. I dare you to slap me. Slap me right now. That's calling someone's bluff. So from this point, you know, in the hood, you got two options. You could either bitch up and not slap the person, you know, even though you threatened it. That would be a petty threat. You said something that you weren't willing to fulfill. Or you could haul off and slap that person and hope you slap them good and deal with the consequences that happen after you touch them. When they just said, I dare you to slap me. So, you know, it's kind of like a Mexican standoff. You said you're going to slap the person says, put your hands on me. I dare you to slap me. Now you have a choice. Using that analogy, that train of thought, if you will, Eddie Hearn surmises that even if 50-50 was offered to Deontay Wilder, he would turn it down and look for a way out. But you've never offered him that publicly. You've never offered that him that in general. So why would you wait to call someone's bluff when you could do it right then and there? You know, if somebody say I'm gonna slap you and it's nothing but space and opportunity, and you say I dare you to slap me, go ahead, touch me. That's calling someone's bluff. We're gonna see. Either you're gonna slap me like you said, or you're not gonna slap me. You know, and we're gonna see what happens if you do slap me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not making sense, and that looks real shaky. Real shaky. You're pandering to the fans, especially the UK fans, that even if offered something you haven't offered, the Wilder still wouldn't take it. This is the type of old media rhetoric that they try to use on me. You know, they say, oh shit, if that was Tyson Fury fighting Dominic Brazil, you would love it, and you would be cheerleading. That's not what the situation. Fact is, Fury's fighting Tom Sawyer, you know, and Huckleberry Finn and all that. That's what the reality is. So if he's fighting Tom Sawyer, he's fighting Tom Sawyer. You can't tell me how I would react to a make-believe situation. Oh, if Errol Spence was the guy moving up, you wouldn't give him credit if Mikey beat him. You know, you're just making stuff up because that's not the scenario. He said, I'm back, motherfucker, and got clapped by James Souza. My shooters is cold. Give it up for the shooters. He said, I'm back, motherfucker, and then James clapped him in the head, bro. Wow. James is on fire. James ain't playing. That was short-lived. Your reign on top was short like leprechauns as I crushed so-called willies, thugs, and rapper dunk. That was some cold shit. He said, I'm back, motherfucker. Back. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Kenny Linder a fool. He said, Daniel, no, you're not. Rockabye, baby. Oh, my. He hit him with that new jack. That Keisha. What was her name, Keisha? That was cold-blooded. James Souza, he hit you with that rockabye. Y'all giving him Call of Duty headshot trophies. Oh, my gosh. We got the realest streams. This is funny. So, anyway, yeah, it was Keisha. In broad daylight. Rockabye, baby. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. That's like new media. We just bringing it back. You know, we bringing it back. You can't suggest that somebody would do something, but you're not willing to pull the trigger on what you're suggesting. But you have this, like, bottom line is this. If you're a scientist, hold on, let me turn this down. If you're a scientist and you have this crazy theory, then you're willing to test out that theory. You know what I'm saying? If I'm like, let's say I'm a scientist or some shit, a chemist, and I'm like, you know what? Like, let's say this wasn't common knowledge at the time. And I have this crazy theory that if you take H2O water and you put it in extreme cold temperatures, it creates ice. And then people are like, get out of here. That's not going to make ice. It's going to turn into ice. You get water, put it in the freezer, introduce it to extreme cold. The H2 is going to, and then freeze up. Get out of here. Then what are you going to do? You're going to try to prove it. No, I really believe this. You introduce water, and it can't hold up, blah, blah, blah. It'll turn to ice. Eddie Hearn is telling you that water will turn into ice, but he's not willing to test it out. Why don't you give him 50-50? Why? We could have saved ourselves a year's worth of labor or a year's worth of arguing if you would have just offered him last year instead of 12.5 million or 15 million, offered him 50-50 like he was asking for last year. And then if he finds some excuse and says, oh, fuck that, you know, and it's not a legit excuse. It's not like you gave him 50-50, but, you know, he is a one-way rematch clause and all this little trickery and, you know, he has to fight with one hand. As long as there ain't no bullshit, then people would be like, oh, shit, Wilder don't want no smoke. So once again, pressure bursts pipes, and it's not looking good for Eddie Hearns because once again, we don't believe you. You need more people. If you have a theory, this crazy theory, this hypothesis that water, when introduced to extreme climates and cold, turns into ice, show us that. Like I say, LSI, let's see it. That's all we want to see. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to have to call his bluff one day. Why is one day not 2 day? You know? Oh, I do think if he was offered, that's what these guys, you got to watch what you say now. It's like you have Matlock on you, Perry Mason. Like you got people doing real life detective work. Looking shaky, baby. Like I said, if I have, okay, put it this way. When have you ever known me to have a fight prediction, but I don't want to see the fight? Like, for example, here's just off the top of my head. Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. I told you I think Errol Spence would beat Pacquiao. If they fought this year, you know, tomorrow, whatever, I think Errol Spence beats him. When have you ever heard me say something like that where people will disagree because Pacquiao's a legend, and then I told you I don't want to see Pacquiao versus Spence? They shouldn't fight. Ward versus Kovalev. When did you ever hear me say, oh, I don't want to see him fight Kovalev, but then say Ward would beat him? You know, Canelo said he would, or his promoter, excuse me, his team promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, said Canelo could fight Andre Ward at 175. I said, okay, show me that, because I don't, you know, I don't see that happening. Show me that. People are like, oh, he could knock out Andre Ward. Ward's on the retirement. You know, he needs a tune-up. Okay, show me that, because I don't think he needs a tune-up. So when have you ever known me to make radical statements that might be controversial or opinionated, and then I'm not willing to go through to see? Or I'm like, oh, I don't want to see Errol. Errol will beat Pacquiao down, but I don't want to see it. You know, Andre Ward he'll destroy Canelo, or he'll beat Canelo, but I don't want to see it. You never heard me say that. You know, I told you Floyd would beat Pacquiao. You never once, when they were arguing, you never heard me say I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather. I'll give anyone $8,000 right now if you show me a video where I said I don't want to see Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Not after they fought, not like, oh, I don't want to see the rematch. And I never even said that anyway. But before they had fought, when have you ever heard me say that? I know right now that I'm going to save my money, because you know I never said no shit like that. I thought Floyd would beat him. I always wanted to see the fight. End of story. And people say all this stuff, oh, you're sucking Wilder's dick, all this stuff to like distract you because you have an opinion on what would happen if Wilder fought Joshua. And they say, oh, you're a Wilder groupie, you work for PBC. Just stupid shit, right? The Black Channel. Why do the black people, the Black Channel, the black, you know, you ain't never heard me say I don't want to see Wilder Joshua. You never heard me say that. So that's what I'm saying. And I haven't heard Wilder fans who think Wilder beats Joshua say they don't want the fight. When have you heard Wilder fans? See, that's what I'm saying. They be trying to cover shit up. People, man, fans be trying to cover shit up. Oh, yeah, Wilder, he's going to get destroyed. But then they be the same ones that don't want to see the fight. They don't want to see Wilder get paid for the fight just to make it happen. Shit, if you got to pay him 50-50, do it so we can see it. And then destroy him like you say. So, once again, for old media, it's looking real shaky. Because that's all they do is talk. Oh, Mikey will destroy Errol. He's much stronger and a better boxer than Errol. Errol gets hit a lot. All right, let's see it. What happens? Dog walked. Errol the dog whisperer, Spence Jr. Cesar Millan. He's like, hey, Mikey, you know, he's the dog whisperer. Bunch of excuses after the fact. You know, Canelo will knock out Andre Ward. Show me that. That's a good fight. You know, two big names. De La Hoya mentioned it. When that happening? Oh, man. I don't want to see that. See? Pacquiao would destroy Crawford. Show me that. He's old. He's a legend. Now here we go. Pacquiao, Pacquiao's not Mikey. Pacquiao would destroy Errol. Show me that. Man, he an old man. Let him live. Let him live. Let him get his money. He want to fight. Keep damn. Always something. Always something. So back to Eddie Hearn. He says even if we gave him 50-50, he wouldn't take it. But you never offered him that. But wait, there's more. Not only did you not offer him 50-50, you said he wasn't getting 50-50. Fuck out of here. You don't deserve fuck all. Last year, like I said, pressure burst pipes. New media, we coming. You said he don't even deserve 50-50. So I know you selling wolf tickets. I know you selling wolf tickets because first you say he'll never get 50-50 and he don't deserve it. But now you're suggesting that even if given 50-50, he wouldn't take it. And then you say, I guess we got to call his bluff one day. You should have called his bluff last year with the 50-50. What are we talking about? You could have ended this right then and there, and Joshua would be the man because it would have showed that Wilder didn't want the fight. If you offered him a fair contract, you offer him 50-50, which is, like Eddie Murphy said, half. So it's looking shaky. This would have ended all, Joshua would be Juicy Smollett or whatever the fuck his name is. He would have beat the case. All charges would be dropped. So anybody who thought your fighter was ducking Wilder, if you offered him a fair contract, rematch clause, 50-50, which is what he asked for, and he was like, no, I want 60-40 now for making me wait, or he came with something, then guess what? Then you would win. Joshua would be, the charges would be dropped. There's a lot of people think Joshua would duck the fight, including fighters. I don't have to go laundry list with a lot of people, including myself, right? He would be Juicy Smollett right now. All charges dropped in Chicago. Because Wilder's asking for 50-50. Ain't nobody going to say if he got offered, if all the other stuff was like not crazy, like, yeah, 50-50, but, you can't use your right hand or something stupid. We're not talking about that. But if it was a fair, straight up and down contract, rematch both ways, plus the 50-50, which he asked for, and then Wilder found some reason to not do it, and found something petty, like, man, I can't. My daughter's birthday, the next week, I don't want to be tired for, and he found some, like, excuse. Then people would say, okay, Joshua, all charges have been dropped. Wilder's don't want work. So it's looking shaky. I told you, pressure burst pipes. And I'm not even done yet, man. We ain't done enough.
He doesn't deserve 50-50.
Listen.
A 50-50 split. You believe you might
Listen. Oh my God, new media. Listen.
That is the focus.
Of course. But you said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe you might not take it.
Yeah, I agree. So we might have to call his bluff one day. But, he doesn't deserve 50-50 in my opinion. But
listen. Bars. If y'all want me to drop this science right now, I'm going to do it the new media way. I told you, we are holding people accountable for what they say. Don't be mad at me. Don't get it. But he's stupid. I'm holding you accountable for what you say. You hold me accountable for what comes out of my mouth. We're holding everybody in boxing accountable for what they say. If y'all want me to drop that heat, if y'all want me to drop the heat, can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? I promise you, we at your neck like bow ties. Can I get a hell yeah? I'm gonna put this together for the slow ones in the back. Now I need that hell yeah. Y'all gotta motivate me. All right, Quincy want to hear it. Southside want to hear it. Black John, right? All right, hold on. Let me run it back so y'all can hear this real.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen.
You said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe you might not take it.
Yeah, I agree. So we might have to call his bluff one day. But, he doesn't deserve 50-50 in my opinion. But
talking in tongues, speaking in tongues. The question was from the reporter. You said that even if you offer, you're on record. This is the question. You're on record saying even if you offered Deontay Wilder 50-50, he would not take it. And he immediately said, yeah, I do believe that. I agree. Yeah, he wouldn't take it. So we might have to call his bluff one day. And then a second later, he just told you, I don't think he deserves 50-50. So what are we talking about? You're pandering to the fans, the man fans, saying that even if given 50-50, he wouldn't take it. But then 1 second later, you said he don't deserve 50-50. So you're basically almost hedging your bet, because you're saying, whoa, we got to call his bluff one day. You're saying he won't do something if given thing A. But you say he doesn't deserve thing A, and you're not going to give him thing A, and you never offered him thing A. How does this make sense, people? You know? You said if he got 50-50, he wouldn't take it. So you're going to call his bluff one day. 1 second later, you just said that he don't deserve 50-50. And there's been no public offers or any evidence to support that you have offered him 50-50. And we know you didn't offer him 50-50 because you've said on record that you're not offering him 50-50, and you're saying he doesn't deserve it right now. And Wilder's saying 50-50 or no fight. Why would he offer 50-50, or why would he say I want 50-50 if he already got that and turned it down? Block Phyllis 26. He said, listen, okay, so you hear the arguments I'm making. He says you stay on Dazon's nuts. Let me know if he gets clapped. So you hear the points I'm making, and that's his only remark and rebuttal. I told you that old media shit is dead. I'll let the fans vote. Shooters, hold off. His name is Phyllis I26. The point I just made, did he refute that with any great counter argument? Yes or no? I'm saying what I've said. He says you stay on Dazon's nuts. So let me know if that's a good counter argument to everything I brought up. KO said that's an L. Sean said it's an L. Vote. This is this man's faith. Kennedy Linder said nope, he didn't. Black John says no. John's Mart says no, just another idiot. Kane says smoke that fool. Keep voting. L. No. Hell to the no. Whoop that trick. Shooters, get rid of him. This is how we doing you. I told you we have a fortress. We have the perfect system. We have the perfect system. That shit, you in a no-fly zone, buddy. That shit don't work anymore. I'm taking the time out of my day to explain every thought that I have, why I feel like that. Let y'all listen to it. And you just come out the woodwork talking about you on so-and-so's nuts and dick sucks and all that. Bro, no one believes you anymore. Hey, don't get mad. I'm only being real.
This is Sparta!
He's out of there. Bro, this shit is too easy. Like I said, old media is a dying breed. Old media is a dying breed. Just listen to the argument. I'm talking to you. I'm asking you to refute what I'm saying. I'm begging for you to refute what I'm saying. I'm letting you hear it out the horse's mouth, and you just say, oh, you on Dazn nuts. Nobody believes stuff like that. Because if you had something insightful to say, you would have said it. You know, you're talking about nuts and all this extra shit. So we know where your mind's at. So anyway, the point is, Eddie Hearn just says Wilder wouldn't take 50-50, but then he just said he didn't deserve 50-50, and he never offered him 50-50. Pressure bursts pipes, people. Pressure. Doesn't even make sense. You know, you can't say, you can't challenge somebody to do whatever, and then you don't want to see it through. That's the whole point. You know, that's why people make bets and shit. You know, if you're watching the Super Bowl and you're like, man, Tom Brady's that dude, you know, the Patriots they definitely going to win. You know, Tom Brady's too good. He's too seasoned. And if someone doesn't believe you, then what? Bet on it. You know what I'm saying? You call their bluff. You're like, nah, Brady's old. It's over for him. It's our season. Period. But you can't say, nah, I don't want to bet though. You scared. You scared. That's how you always know. Anytime you bring money, because people value money, or at least in America, you know, people value money. So anytime you add money, you know, money makes people think twice. You get what I'm saying? Money makes people think twice. Like, people say whatever, but then you put a price tag on it, and there's a price for failure. Then they're not gonna want to do it. You get what I'm saying? If you're like, man, I'll get this girl's number, I bet you $250, and they're like, all right, cool, bet. You know, and you know you got to pay $250 if you're unsuccessful. That's gonna make you think twice if you want to take that bet. So you better be real comfortable you get her number. You know, anytime you put a monetary value on it, you see people change up. Like, I hear people, oh, Pacquiao would destroy Errol Spence. All right, bet me $1,000. I'll let you make 4 installments. You know, run me my money. $250 if Errol Spence win. You know, in monthly installments, we'll write a contract, put it in escrow. Oh, I'm not gonna. All right, why would I bet you? Nope. Stop. You know, you don't believe what you're saying, bro. I'm like, hey, do you think Jamal Charlo, Triple G would destroy Jamal Charlo? All right, bet me $1,000. You know, bet me $1,000 that he don't fight Charlo next. No. What? Charlo, Houston? No, don't get scared now. If Triple G would destroy Charlo, then he should pick him next. WBC won it. I'm a fan. I want it. I'll pay for it. They don't believe what they're saying, and I'm exposing that. What? Why would I bet you? You're a guy on the internet. What? No, all these excuses. Let's talk money. I'll tell you, that's all you have to do is talk money. Motherfuckers switch up quick. You know, try to hit a 3, you know, or hit a shot from half court. You, Steph Curry, put some money on it. You know, $500, you can't make this from half court. Fuck that. I got you. You better be a Splash Brothers, you know. You get 3 tries. If you think you that wet, you know, you think you Steph Curry out here, do it. Same thing with Eddie Hearn. He said Wilder wouldn't take 50-50, but you never offered him that. And you said he don't deserve it, and you said you're not giving him that. Pressure, people.
That has that kind of hunger.
You believe he might not take it?
Yeah, I agree. Black to him, June 1, Madison Square Garden, that is the focus.
Of course. But you said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe he might not take it?
Yeah, I agree. So we might have to call his bluff one day. But, you know, he doesn't deserve 50-50 in my opinion. But, you know, then it's up to AJ to say, well, if you have to give it to him, you know, you may never get the fight. I don't think.
You know you done fucked up. It's like the pressure is like, see, Eddie Hearns, I really feel like he used to be able to like MC the crowd and like calm down the worries from the fans and stuff, and like kind of finesse it and Band-Aid patch it. But it's like a cartoon. You ever watch a cartoon and they're in a boat and then their one hole pops up and then they plug that one hole and then another one pops up, so they use their toe to plug that hole, and then they got those 2 holes covered, and then, you know, another one pops up, so they got to use their nose, and then another one pops up every time you plug a hole, another one pops up, and then the cartoon character is sitting up here in the boat, and it's like, you know, all his fingers and stuff and the body is contorted trying to cover up holes. That's what's happening with Eddie Hearns right now. I really believe that, you know. You just said Wilder, he wouldn't take 50-50, but then literally immediately the next 6, he's not. It's like, see, it's just like when a fighter's tired, they typically make more mistakes. If you're fresh, you know, you're thinking. It's just like when people drink. That's why they say don't drink and drive. You know why? Because it impairs your judgment. So similarly, when you're under a lot of pressure, when you're under duress, when you got a lot of things to sort out, when, you know, the public is demanding answers and actions, maybe you're not as meticulous. Maybe you're not as swift and cunning as you would like to be. Maybe you're not as sly as a fox because you're under more pressure. And I think that's what's happening, you know, because that didn't even make sense. You can't say that a guy, you're going to call his bluff one day, but you haven't already called it, when you could have resolved this last year by offering him 50-50. But okay, there's no party, no foul. if Eddie Hearn, the guy asked him, and that's a UK media. That's what I'm saying. The UK media, shout out to 805 Digital Mob. UK media asked him a question like this. You know, so some people, they want answers. He says, you said in an interview on record that even if you offer Wilder 50-50, he wouldn't take it. And he's like, yeah, I believe that. Absolutely. Yeah. So I might have to call his bluff one day. So if you have the power to do that, then you should have already did it. And then Joshua would be Juicy Smollett and have all the charges dropped. And nobody would say or could say that he's ducking. But you didn't do that. So if I know, okay, just listen and tell me new media is not winning. If I know somebody is not going to do something, then why not just go through the motions, offer him 50-50 in a proper contract? You don't think he's going to take it, right? This is how I know Wilder didn't duck. Just offer him the contract. And then you know in your heart of all hearts that he's going to see it and say, man, and come up with some other reason not to take it. Boom. Now you said, look, he denied the contract. We gave him enough notice to train. You know, he said he'll fight in the UK. Now he's saying he won't. We offered him 50-50 split, straight down the middle. We offered he could wear whatever gloves he wants, right? He has to walk out first. You know, it's a two-way rematch. But Eddie Hearn knows Wilder is about that life, and he knows Wilder would take it. The man was about to take $15 million, and then you found another way out of that. So if he was going to just take $15 million to spite you, even though he would be losing a lot of money, then we know he would have took 50-50. And you know that. That's why you never offered it. It's really easy to see. But using his logic, if you think he wouldn't take it, then why hasn't that been done effectively to make the fight? Simple question, eh? Simple question. If you know that, if you can't say I try, Wilder's on the mic saying, give me 50-50. That's even Steven down the middle. Half, right? And you claim you've done everything to make the fight, or your side, Joshua, you and Joshua have done everything to make the fight. But then you just said he don't deserve 50-50, and we know you never offered him 50-50. Then you haven't done everything to make the fight. And then you know you done fucked up. All you have to do is listen to what people say. Then after that, I'm dropping too much heat. Do y'all want me to keep going? If y'all want me to keep going, I'll keep going. I don't want to do this. Y'all want me to do this? I told you, new media, we're not stopping, ever. Y'all want me to keep going? This is all in one. This I know is pressure. This is how I know it's pressure, because this is all in one sequence. This is all in one sequence. You said Wilder wouldn't take 50-50 even if it was offered to him. Then right after that, you said that he don't deserve 50-50, a.k.a. you have never offered to him. Then after that, you said, I don't know. I don't think he deserves it, but, you know, we'll see, because, you know, maybe Joshua has to give it to him to make the fight. You just said three different things back to back to back. I'm going to let y'all hear it again. And y'all said Wilder's the one ducking and all this shit. Ha, ha, ha. You notice you don't hear old media doing this. They don't go blow by blow, John Madden style. He just said three different things. He said Wilder wouldn't take 50-50. You know, he wouldn't even take that. I'm going to call his bluff one day. Then he said he don't deserve 50-50, a.k.a. we haven't given you 50-50. And then he says maybe Joshua, I don't know, maybe he has to give him 50-50 because that's the only way the fight happens. You just said three different things.
Good luck to him.
Listen.
June 1, Madison Square Garden, that is the focus.
Of course. But you said on record that even if you offered him a 50-50 split, you believe he might not take it.
Yeah, I agree. So we might have to call his bluff one day.
Call his bluff.
But, you know, he doesn't deserve 50-50.
Doesn't deserve.
Opinion, but, you know, then it's up to AJ to say, well, if you have to give it to him, you know, you may never get the fight. I don't think this is a guy. It's not. Doesn't.
See, all you have to do is stop it right there. See, that's why I can't even keep playing what he's saying, because none of it matters at that point, because we already heard you say three different things. Let us recap. You said Wilder would not accept 50-50, which he's publicly asking for, and he's been asking for since last year after the $15 million didn't pan out. And even before that, we know he didn't want to take 15 mil. He was just like, the Tyson Fury hadn't came to the table, and he was so desperate for the fight, you know, he was willing to sell himself short to try to make this fight, to, you know, push for it and get some money, you know, and the opportunity. But now he's gamed up. They're like, don't do all that. You don't have to do all that, you know. Dazn, they raising the price of stuff. Wait it out now. You know, you didn't get it. You fought Tyson Fury once, got some cool money, fight your mandatory, and play the field. So, you know, like I said, pressure bust pipes is looking crazy to me. It's looking crazy. You just said he wouldn't take 50-50 even if offered. Then you said he don't deserve it. AKA you didn't even offer him 50-50, right? And then you said maybe Joshua has to offer him 50-50 to close the deal. So with that, you just effectively showed the world that Joshua has the power to pull the trigger and offer this man 50-50 to get this done. And you don't think he'll take it. So why didn't you just offer him that, appease him in that way? And then if he came up with some more demands that were ludicrous, since everything is as even, if you have a value of 100, 50 is half. You know, 100 divided by 2, that is half. So if he all of a sudden with one belt said he wanted something more than that when everything's even Stevened, then you could easily just show the world and say, yo, we gave him as much as we possibly could without our fighter like losing out or not giving, you know, a fair shake or an even shake, or taking less than with the, as a 4-belt champion, you know, less than the lion's share. Right? So, like I said, if AJ has the power to pull the trigger and offer 50-50, you think Wilder, even if offered 50-50, wouldn't take it, then why has that never been part of the deal? See, Kenny Linder's just killing you in a whole different, another realm. He said, why did Klitschko get 50-50? How about the winner takes 60? And then, once again, this is how new media killing these boys. All these man fans, they said that Wilder's stupid for not taking a 3-4 fight deal with Dazn, you know, for 100 million. You know, let's say 3 fights, 20 million for Brazil, and then 2 Joshuas for 40, right? 2 Joshuas for 40. Now this man's saying, even if we offered him 50-50, he still wouldn't take it. So if that's the case, then why didn't you offer him that? Why is Dazn offering him 40-40 flat fee? They don't do pay-per-view, and they just made up a number. It's looking crazy. And didn't tell Wilder how much Joshua was getting. That's one of the reasons he said he turned down Dazn per Wilder. He said they didn't tell him how much Joshua. He said we got to know everything. We got to know all the details, because he knows they playing games, and he knows that Joshua in that side is going to make way more money. It's not even remotely fair. There's more money in pay-per-view than fighting on an app, and they don't have all the values. They don't know all the amounts. So it's looking crazy. You know, I don't really even have much more to say, because the point has already been made.
Doesn't sound to me like a guy that really wants a fight. This is it. No negotiations. Like, you know.
Okay, he says this doesn't sound like a guy that wants it. He said this is it. No negotiations. How's it not? He just said what he wanted. He just said what he wanted. How's that not? He doesn't want to waste time. It's really easy to see.
You know, so I think maybe he's saying that because he knows he won't get it, or he shouldn't get it. But.
See? You just said even if this is too easy, bro. New media. And see, this is the wild card they didn't expect, new media. You know, he just said Wilder wouldn't take 50-50. And he says maybe, just listen, just explain the arrogance, the pompous of a statement like that. He just says maybe Wilder's asking for 50-50 because he knows he won't get it, and he knows that he shouldn't get it. But then moments before, he says even if given the opportunity at 50-50, he wouldn't take it. How does that make sense? So you have the threshold and the capacity to offer him 50-50, and you believe, you know, your educated guess is that he would still turn it down, but you refuse to offer him 50-50. Looking shaky, baby. He just said multiple times he don't deserve 50-50. Maybe he's asking for 50-50 because he knows he won't get it. And then he just said before that I don't think he deserves 50-50. So what is this whole business about? Hey, even if we offered him 50-50, he still wouldn't take it, because everything else you said is showing that you don't want to offer him that. You don't think he's worth that, and you're not giving that to him. So why are you trying to, this is how you know when somebody's conning you. Why are you trying to convince the public that even if given 50-50, he wouldn't take it? But everything else you're saying is that you're not giving him 50-50, and he don't deserve it. He's not worth it. You don't want him to have it. Looking shaky, baby. New media. You know, so you can't, this is what new media exposes, and this is what old media hates. Because at the end of the day, old media, they say this and that, and then you look at the actual facts and hear what they're saying. They're not willing to fulfill what they're claiming. You know, it's similar to ESPN writing an article saying that Errol Spence can't win and is in a lose-lose situation versus Mikey Garcia, but the same author saying that Mikey Garcia beats Errol Spence. It's the ultimate way to hedge your bet. You tell people that 50-50, Wilder's still going to turn it down, and that's what he's publicly asking for, and he's been asking for that. But then everything else you're saying is, I'm not offering him that. He don't deserve that. He don't want the fight. Why should he get that? Doesn't work like that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say somebody won't do something if given this, you know, value, but then you won't give them that value. I know it hurts, you know, because this is the wild card they didn't expect. I told you. They think, you know, a lot of people like man fans and stuff, they think they underestimate us. You know what I'm saying? They don't think. You underestimate the intelligence that Jay-Z has. They think, oh, because Jay-Z from Brownsville, Brooklyn, he came up in the streets. Like, he's not smart, he's not educated, not a businessman. You know, they think because, oh, you're just a YouTube channel, that we not astute and, like, we're not smart when it comes to the business world. Or people won't hear the truth that we speak over on this side and then decipher for themselves what makes sense. Like I told you, I keep saying it, the UK can't save Eddie with this, because you go to these videos, go to that video, it's like a false sense of security, because a lot of he's doing these interviews not with American media. Dude, I promise you this. And if you don't believe me, set it up. Set it up. If Eddie does the same exact interview with American media, the like to dislike ratio will probably change and look a lot different, and or the level of comments. So it's a false sense of security. It's a false sense of, you're doing this for the, you know, you putting on a show and this bravado and stuff for the UK, and then you have people in the UK who, you know, just riding with the home team. Yeah, oh yeah, blah blah blah. We're not gonna take it, Wilder duck, duck. You know, doing these little chants that they do in the UK and stuff like that. But I promise you, if he did the same interviews, then he would be getting drilled, and he know that. That's why, you know, he got an office in New York. Have a media day with no UK. Have an all-American media day. You setting up shop in America, you said it's going to be easy, right? Invite all the top American channels to an all-American media day, no UK. You know, save them the plane ticket so they don't have to, or don't pay for it or whatever you have set up. And do an all-American, because this is the market you're trying to conquer, an all-American media day. Me, Blue Blood, everybody, you know. Have us all come out. We'll see how that go, you know. Like Royal Rumble style, you know. Professional, but Royal Rumble. We get to ask questions, and, you know, we don't have to be threatened for asking a question. Like, as long as it's not, like, disrespectful or, you know, in the sense of, like, breaching the code of ethics. You know, name calling and shit like that. We don't do that. We don't have to do that. And we'll get to actual factual. How about that? A peace treaty, if you will. Because right now it's looking shaky. It's looking shaky. And that's why he knows. It's like people in a relationship, and like let's say a girl or something. Let's say a girl did something wrong or cheated on her man, and then she run back to her girlfriends who have been her friends since middle school, and she an adult, and she cheated, so she did the foul, and the guy found out, got mad or whatever, blah blah, and they broke up, and then she went to confide with her friends, who, you know, aren't really, they're just acquaintances with the guy. Yeah, them girls, them gossip girls and shit that you kick it with, they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, you know, he wasn't getting a job, so you had to do what you had to do, because they're your friends. They're your friends. So you running back to your friends. And unless you have real friends that don't care if hey, I'm your, like me, I got real friends. That's why I keep my circle small. I got real friends. I got real friends that'll tell me, this is what a real friend would do. A real friend is not like, oh, I'm just there for you through thick and thin, and I'm gonna lie to you. A real friend would tell you, put you in your place, like, you had a good girl, you fucked up. You fucked that up. You wilding and cheating and, you know, getting bitches pregnant. That's what my friends, if I was just running around and shit, my friends would tell me. They'll tell me straight up, nah, you wrong. If I gave them a situation and they felt I was wrong, they'll tell me I was wrong. My family like that too. If I told them, they're like, oh, you know, you treating her bad, they'll tell me straight up. But some people don't have friends like that. Some people have yes men. Exactly. Some people have a bunch of yes men, and that's what it looks like Eddie Hearns wants, because that's what he stays around. He's doing these hour-and-a-half interviews and stuff, and he's doing it on UK-based channels that have a demographic that they serve, which is mostly UK-based. Because I used to live in the UK. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see certain commonalities in, like, you know, name Liam is the person's name, or they got a picture of a British flag, or even the slang that they're using. The way they spell the words is all different. Like color with the U, we don't spell it like that in America. I lived in both places. I had to learn both ways. You know, in school we spelled like color. I thought color was spelled this way, you know. In gray, they might spell gray G-R-E-Y instead of G-R-Y, because in England, that's where the English language stems from. So, you know, they have little variants. Humor, like humor, it looks like, you know, O-U-R. So, you know, proper banter, Ed. You know, chat shit, get back. We don't say that. Yeah, I've been to every hood in America. Not every, that's a bit much. But I've been to different people's block. I've been to Compton. I ain't never heard nobody, no Crips and shit from Compton, you know, nutty block, talking about, yeah, hey, cut, chat shit, get bang. Hey, Buster, chat shit. Hey, there ain't nobody talking like that. You know, you can't go to LA and they talk about some chat shit. It's different places, you know. Hey, Loke. You know, hey, cut, chat shit, get bang. Chat shit, get bang, you know, or some Bloods and shit. You got some Bloods from Watts or some shit, and talking about, you know, yeah, motherfucker, chat shit, get bang, blood, Bompton, you know. That doesn't, come on, bro. It's not how people, so we know, I know who's saying what. I know, like, not every single person, but just go look through the comments. You'll be able to see. Ain't nobody talking about no chat shit get bang in America. You know, we got surfers and shit. You know, chat shit get bang, surfs up. Like, ain't nobody talking like chat shit get bang out here. Shit, if you come to Cali, they might say chat shit get bang, but it's a different type of bang. You like, yeah, chat shit get bang, and they got, you know, they got masks on, and like, chat shit get bang. Like, it's gonna be a different type of, gonna be a whole different type of bang, like gang bang, you know, gang, like it's gonna be a whole different type of bang that they talking about. They talking about that bang, you know, you wearing the wrong colors type shit. Ain't gonna be like, oh, chat shit get bang. Like, we don't talk like that, bro. Yeah, I ain't never been to New York and they talking about like that eyes, chat shit get bang, like, yo, now you don't go to Philly and they talking about some chat shit get bang ock. Man, chat shit get bang Aki. Man, I bang like bang Poppy. I slang roll. Like, ain't nobody talking about no chat shit get banged out here. So I know who's saying it. I know who they are. Listen, we got to get some claps. We got a new champ. Shit, we doing like Dazn. We getting all the members. I'm like Costco with the members. Shout out to Ray Wallace. We need some claps. Yeah, you never heard Terrence Crawford talking about some chat shit get banged. Like, it's clearly not part of American culture. Like, we don't say mate and stuff like that. If I say mate, I'm talking about like smashing a chick. You know? We don't say mate out here. That's just not what we... When's the last time you said mate in America? It's just different. I lived in both, bro. I'm telling you. Ain't nobody talking about shag. Man, Americans, we too impatient for that. We have to just say it outright. You get what I'm saying? We like, man, fuck, smash, smack, clap them cheeks. Like, we just get straight to it. Americans are assholes. We don't talk about, yeah, cheerio, I want to shag ya. Yeah, like, we don't, that's not how we say. You want to shag ya? Yeah, we don't talk like that. It's just different. I ain't never even shagged no chick, bro. We might have been on a shag rug or something, but we don't say, I want to shag you, yeah, what you think? Like, this is not how we talk. It's just not part of the American culture. He said, clap them cheeks. You laughing, but you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Americans, we just get straight to the point. Like, yeah, what's up, girl? I want to clap them cheeks. Yeah, I want to shag you, yeah, what you think? Grab you by the throat. We don't, nobody doing that, bro. It's mod. Let me shag man. Yeah. Hey, bruv. No, that's not how it goes down. I want to shag you, yeah? Don't want your body wank with me shag. You want to shag with me wank. Like, nobody does that. Fucking wank it, yeah? Proper banter from a wank. What? Now, I'm not roasting. I'm not roasting y'all. I used to live there. I'm just telling you it's different. Yeah, bro. It's just different. Go watch Wesley Pipes. Like, he's not talking. He's talking a whole different. Yeah, lift that motherfucker. Like, just disgusting American talk. I'm telling you, we don't watch porn and be like, yeah, you want bloody wank it. You want wank it with me shag. It's just not. I'm just telling you. I lived in both. That's how it goes. You're like, yeah, I want to shag you now. Met me true way, basically. And it's not how we do it. Like, I ain't never went up to no chick at no club. Like, would you leave with me if I buy you a drink and me wait? What? I want to shag you. If I want a proper wank. Give me a proper wank from Miss Shag. Like, this is just not what we do, bro. I ain't never approached no chick like that. She would be like, what? Where are you from? Call me Idris. Idris Elba out this motherfucker, bro. I used to have a little accent. He said it's funny the differences. Yeah. I'm just telling you, it's respect. It's respect. But it's just a different culture. That's my whole point. It's a different culture. Nobody said no. Like, see, I like the English. They nice. That's why, like, I'm telling you, I can't, me personally, this is I can't watch, like, English porn. Motherfuckers be looking like Mr. Bean and shit. It's making these faces and shit. And, like, America is different because, like I said, America is just, like, grab you by the hair. Yeah, lift that up. But, like, the English language is, like, accommodating and it's, like, friendly, Like, oh, yeah, what's me name? What's me name? Proper banter, bro. Like, a couple shanks, me wink. Like, one in me wink, one in the stink. Like, well, I don't know, bro. It's just different. Mr. Bean be making a Rowan Atkinson. Look at that. He be making all these faces and shit like Screech and shit, bro. Want you a bloody wanky, grab your butt for throat. Borat from Kazakhstan, though. He said the moan is different. Wow, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Wank it for me. Yeah, it's just like even to the point where like English porn is like I don't even understand what's being said sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fucking grab you by the throat and throw you against the wall. You know what I'm saying? You'd be Two-Face from Batman if your face was symmetrical. Like, what? Batman? What? Where are we at? Like, what's good? What's happening? The motherfucker talking about Batman and shit. Like, I don't know. I seen one. I don't know. Maybe it's just the one I seen. But he was like, yeah, you want proper banter. Like, you'd be Two-Face from Batman if your face was symmetrical. I deal with fantasy contracts. I'm like, what? AJ, is that you, motherfucker? Remember Justice Slayer? He had them boots on, them glasses. Yeah, you talking to the girl. Yeah. Cha-shaka bang. Cha-shaka bang. Cha-shaka bang. Like, what? You're nothing but a shit house, mate. Cha-shaka bang. Oh, shit. What's going on, bro? Like, he gangbanging, riding on the chick and shit, bro. You want a proper wank? Give me some fucking banter. Yeah, fucking banter. Fuck your mother, bro. Like, what? Fuck your mom, bro. It's just different. That's my. Yeah. You want? What you think? You want? You know what I'm saying? You want this massive risk, massive. Oh, it's a fucking massive risk. Like, what? Oh, you want to take me wink and my massive risk? Like, massive risk? What? They using boxing terms and shit. Hey, I actually do that. You know, I'm telling y'all too much of the sauce, but I be using boxing terminology when I be smashing. You know, you down for the count, man. I be using boxing shit. Just another TKO. Proper love. You want to shag me? Shag me. Give me chocolate brownie. Hey, move over the buggy. It's got butter inside. Make my mouth water. They swag is just low key. Hey, see you. I'm not disrespecting. I fuck with the UK. I used to live there, so I'm just joking around. But hey, y'all wild. Y'all be like really wild. I'm not even repeating what's in this comment section. Y'all just tripping though. Y'all tripping. You be Two-Face from Batman. Your face was symmetrical. I'm like, what? What am I watching? Hey, y'all really tripping. Ego, you think Jacobs can beat Canelo? Oh, that's a good one. It's tough. It's a tough fight. I think Canelo has more. He has. If Canelo don't get knocked out, I feel like he has a chance. Because this is my thing, and I'm not saying this because I know Jacobs, but Jacobs, if you look at his last couple of performances, he's done good, but he, made some weird adjustments and, didn't emphatically beat like Selesky. He beat him. I thought he beat him, no dispute. But he didn't punch on the gas in certain spots. Derenchenko, he started off really sharp, knocked Derenchenko down, but then it got real competitive. I just don't think he can have that type of fight with an A-side like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo looks pretty durable. I don't know. Boxing is about timing, though. So I want to see how Golovkin looks in his return fight, going through 2 wars with Canelo, and I want to see how Canelo looks. But, Canelo in the past has showed to be pretty durable. So Jacobs is just going to have to click. He's going to have to let it click. I do think he has a chance for sure. He has a chance for sure in terms of quality, because this is a whole different puzzle Canelo hasn't been faced with. Triple G don't move like Jacobs. Triple G don't be switching stances and going southpaw. Jacobs is capable of all this. Triple G has a good amateur pedigree. Jacobs is an amateur too. Jacobs is bigger than Triple G. He's just gonna have to box effectively and box smart. If he doesn't dominate like Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, and or create like knockdowns which force or a stoppage, obviously, then it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But he can do it. It just has to click. You know, everything has to click. It's just you can't. You know, a judge allegedly seen C.J. Ross, seen Mayweather, Canelo a draw. So those type of scorecards definitely scare me. You know, a judge giving Canelo 10 rounds to 2 in the Golovkin first fight, those things scare me. So Jacobs, I thought he beat beat Triple G. It's gonna be a good fight. He can definitely do it. He can definitely do it. But you know, you just gotta click. He gotta get click. He gotta click like Adam Sandler and get the ball rolling. Like this is the thing. It's just like when Canelo fought Amir Khan, and I'm not saying it's that type of fight, so please don't misconstrue my words. But what I'm saying is Amir Khan, he had the speed to trouble Canelo. That was apparent. But he didn't really have the durability in the chin and stuff to hold up from blunt force from Canelo. So the thing is, Amir Khan couldn't slow down. He couldn't get tired. He couldn't slow down because he was food at that point. You know, he was doing good. But the moment he slowed down, Canelo got, you know, slowed him down with body shots and stuff like that. He was the smaller guy and he got destroyed with one punch. You know, knocked out clean. Snot out of the nose, every snot rocket and all that. So similarly, Jacobs, he has to fight. I hate to say the perfect fight, but he has to pace it well and stuff because we know how judges are with Canelo. You know, he's gonna have to assert and show that he's effectively controlling it. If the rounds are really close, like Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, that was a tour de force performance. I think it has to be more that than Canelo Triple G, because if it's Canelo Triple G type of fight, I don't see why they would give it to Jacobs. They're already talking about Canelo fighting Triple G in a trilogy. Dazn needs it, you know.
This is real deal. This is real
Easy work. So I just think Jacobs could pull it off, but it may end up being one of those things like, oh, I think, you know, it could be like Jacobs versus Triple G. I thought Jacobs beat him, but they gave it to Canelo. So, you know, Jacobs has more things waning against him, but he can do it. He's just like, if he really puts his stamp on rounds, you know, works more for 3 minutes, especially if he stops Canelo or drops him, preferably more than once, you know, he could do it because then Canelo's now faced with deficits. I don't even like talking boxing. I mean, I love talking boxing. Let me not say that. I don't like talking boxing with certain people because a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. I really feel like Roger Mayweather. You know, I'm not comparing myself to a legend in that way, but I'm just saying, like, most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Who he beat? He ain't beat no motherfucking body. Okay, then. I really feel like this is the same thing. People talking about Canelo versus Andre Ward at 75. Canelo stops him. You guys live in the fucking... What did Pac say? You live in fantasies, nigga. I reject your deposit. Like, you guys just say stupid shit, bro. Canelo 175. Make the fucking fight then. If that's what you feel, Canelo will get props from me and the whole world. You know, like, people just say whatever. Canelo's a great fighter. I like Canelo. I fuck with Canelo, but that don't mean he's Superman. Jacobs could really hurt this dude. He really can hurt this dude. Canelo's not a machine. Canelo has showed flaws. Canelo showed stamina. But put it this way. This is going to hurt a lot of y'all feelings, and I'm glad because I don't give a fuck. It's over. Everything starts from now. Canelo is not as good as Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I said it. He's a real good fighter, but he's not as good as Floyd. Defensively, ring IQ, he's good, but he ain't no Floyd Mayweather. Especially one of the big hindrances for Canelo is his footwork. He'll never have the Floyd Mayweather footwork. He's like big, you know, real big, like stocky, not like super tall and stuff, but real stocky pit bull frame. He has slow feet, you know, cement feet. He moves he like kind of Mikey Garcia-ish, you know, uses his foot to try to get in his game plan, a couple moves, a little fancy move here and there, but he don't have the footwork. He'll never be better than Floyd. Period. You know, this is why it's the same thing like Triple G. You guys have to ask yourself, how is it Triple G is 5'10" and a half, silver medalist, and the destroyer of worlds, Conan the Barbarian, brute force puncher, boogeyman, and he wasn't backing up Canelo in 2 fights, and Mayweather backed up Canelo, because boxing is not just about punching power and force and all this shit, you know. So boxing, that's why it's a sweet science. And a lot of you guys disrespect weight classes, you disrespect the sport. You know, people talking about, oh, Mikey, he's stronger than Errol Spence. Where did you get that? Again, some people look at color, race, you know, favorites, who you like, who you don't like, who this person is associated with, who you want to win. None of that shit matters in the world of fighting sport. You could like Conor McGregor, that don't mean he beating Khabib Nurmagomedov. Don't mean he beating Nate Diaz. That's just the reality of it. Lamar Gouges, $5 super chat. Shout out to you. I love Canelo and Jacobs, but Canelo has slow feet. Exactly. Jacobs had power, speed, tall, unorthodox. That's a well-balanced breakfast. Tough night for Canelo. Facts. You know, people, that's what I'm saying. And then the crazy thing about boxing, and this is why new media is here, you know, people just say radical shit and they know they don't believe it. They'll justify certain people fighting anybody, you know. They'll be like, oh, Canelo, you know, not Canelo. They'll be like, Triple G's about to fight, and they'll be like, yeah, but I mean, he has almost all knockout. They'll find any reason. No, I mean, he just brings something different. You know, he's an Audi. I'm like, what? Like, he drives an Audi car? No, his belly button. He's not an innie. He's an Audi. You know, Audis give Triple G trouble. This is a good fight. Like, we talking about belly buttons. You guys are fucking desperate, bro. You saying it's a good fight because he's an Audi. He has an Audi belly button. It's stupid shit, bro. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. Get off my channel. I don't want you here. Seats taken. I'm sick of it. Y'all really be saying some stupid shit just to, oh yeah, Tyson Fury versus Tom Sawyer. He's about 6'6", and trying to act like you know this motherfucker. You ain't said shit. You ain't said fuck all, one word about Tom Sawyer, and then all of a sudden, because he's selected by top rank ESPN, Frank Warren, and Tyson Fury, you trying to talk up Tom Sawyer. I mean, you know, he's sitting by the dock of the bay, you know. You don't know shit about him. Stop. Just stop. You sound foolish. Because if he was so good, why didn't you talk about it? What really grinds my gears is you got a Cuban beast. A beast. Fucking beast. Like Luis King Kong Ortiz. And they'd be like, I mean, this guy's like 99 years old, you know. He's 99 years old. So you would rather see Tyson Fury versus young-ass Tom Sawyer, you know, than 99-year-old Luis. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We stomping on everything. They know what it is. They know it. Man, Triple G could fight whoever he wanted. Like, that motherfucker could fight the Jetson family. And y'all like, yeah, I mean, basically Sprocket in 1996, he turned pro. He went to the junior limit. Man, we don't give a fuck about none of that. He fighting the Jetsons. Period. Period. I don't even say period anymore. I'm period. That shit, period. Stop it. You know, that motherfucker could fight Flu Game Jordan, and you would say it's a good fight for Tyson Fury. Like, Jordan's sick, though. He crying Jordan right now. And it's still a good fight. Michael Jordan, I mean, Flu Game Jordan, 103 temperatures. Why would he be good at heavyweight? Oh, shut the fuck up, bro. It's just like, I just don't like the fake stuff, and I'm not a fake person, you know. And these dudes be faking, like no matter who it is. Like if it's the guy they like, no matter who it is, they'll still justify it. You know, next on Dazn for 1999, Triple G versus Jigsaw from the Saw movies, and the Triple G had no guy, and then Jigsaw coming out. I want to play a game. Triple G. He fought. Like, you're fighting Jigsaw, bro. You're fighting Jigsaw, bro. I want to play a game. Gennady Golovkin has fought at the highest level to free yourself. Like, you guys justify anything, bro. And then take away credit from people who are like, you know, are actively pursuing. Fuck is wrong with you, ego? Because I'm just, you know what it is, bro. These dudes would justify it. Triple G versus Jigsaw. I mean, he's kind of like a puzzle already, so it's a good fight. I want to play a game. This on streaming app has raised the prices. Like, what, bro? And then, like, oh, Lomachenko's better than Muhammad Ali. But we can never see that because of the echelon of who he's fighting. He's better than Muhammad Ali, but he's not fighting, you know, Liston and Foreman in his prime. Foreman used to dent heavy bags. Let me see Lomachenko fight someone that dents a heavy bag. And then he could be Muhammad Ali all day. But you're not even Chi Ali. You're not, you know, you're not Ali Baba yet. You still got work to do, bruh. You're not Layla Ali. What are we talking? Bro, y'all pissing me off. You talking about he Muhammad Ali. What? Where did you get that? You just pulled a random historic fighter, bro. He not even Aliyah, motherfucker. Like, back, forth, yeah. Now let me see you go back. You ain't even accomplished what Aliyah accomplished, let alone Muhammad Ali. I shook up the world. This man is ugly. Howard Cosell. Like, what are you talking about? You not. They just be saying whatever, bro. It's just crazy to me. And then y'all act like I'm the bad guy. You know, it's like everyone gets anointed because, oh, he's the next, yeah.
This the real deal. This the real deal. This the real deal. Easy work.
Teddy Fresh, Ego, $5 super chat. I'm at work in tears. Triple G versus Jigsaw. Man, your impression, bro. They would support that. These man fans. I want to play a game. Triple G has searched for Canelo. Now that Canelo is busy, the fight is on you to free yourself. Take the key. Like, bro, nobody trying to see no Jigsaw versus Triple G. And that's what I'm saying. American, we're not taking the disrespect. So it said you're not even Ashley Banks, Tatiana Ali. I'm done, bro. Wow. He said Tatiana Ali. She was fine. She was fine. I love the fact that Errol went straight back to the gym after the Garcia fight. Facts. You know, man. Triple G don't fight Boo Boo. Lost all respect for him in the world. He shouldn't get a third cut. See, that's the thing, bro. Boo Boo got to fight, you know, whoever to try to build his name up and stuff. He's just fighting whoever that Eddie Hearn put in front because he's a fighter. He needs to make money and stuff. And then Triple G loses and gets to come back to a fight really that probably no one wants to see, especially for $20 a month on an app. And then get a Canelo fight potentially if Canelo beats Jacobs. It's a dirty game, y'all. And this is American companies supporting this. So you have an American Olympian in Demetrius Andrade, and you think that, you know, let's not give the American Olympian, he moved up in weight, something Triple G ain't doing. He moved up in weight. Let's give him the big payday. Daniel Jacobs got it, but he had to fight 4 undefeated fighters in a row and lose what he really won versus Triple G in order to get the Canelo fight. You see how they do black fighters? You see. And then they get mad when I talk about it. But you just going to have to stay mad because we're going to keep talking about it over and over and over and over again. You know, how does Triple G lose all his belts? The WBC orders him to fight Charlo. He not even looking in that direction. They were like, what about Jamal? Oh, hey, no. Hey, guys. Like, no, Jamal. There go Jamal. No. And then Jamal like, yeah, lines only. Keep running your mouth. And keeps proclaiming, like, I want this. I'm ready. I'm ready for these guys. I'm ready for Canelo. Then they badmouth Jamal and Jamel, right? Oh, yeah, man. Who do they really beat? And you know Triple G ain't trying to fight him. Abel Sanchez says, why should we fight Charlo? You know, Abel Sanchez says, even if Jacobs wins, we're still targeting Canelo. And you guys try to accept this? Y'all can do what you want. We know what it is. You know, I'm not starving for an interview. I don't have to, you know, I get money regardless. I'm not starving for an interview. If someone doesn't want to hear these truths and, you know, and talk to me as a man or whatever, like, oh, hey, I'm rejecting it, whatever, you know, it don't matter. I make more money not going to fights because I don't have to pay for nothing. So I'm not really worried about it. I treat everyone with respect. I'm professional. I'll work with anybody, but it doesn't stop the truth from coming out. You know, that's just the reality of it. See, I came in the boxing game. There's a lot of people are scared. They're scared. What are we scared for? What are we scared for? What you gonna do? You know, because I'm speaking my mind. Yet these trainers and fighters and stuff say all types of shit. So let me get this straight. So I can't have an opinion, but no matter what anybody else has an opinion, that's all good. And I just have to you know, hush up, man. Come on, bro. Like I said, we all professionals. Abel could say, why should we fight Triple G, or why should Triple G fight Charlo? Then I'm entitled to comment on it. Is that simple? You know, Abel Sanchez just did an interview a month ago or whatever, talking about Daniel Jacobs versus Canelo. A great fight is for the losers bracket. I'm gonna do a video about that. He says the Canelo versus Jacobs is for the losers bracket because Triple G beat both of them. You can't do that. New media. You're not going to do that. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but that don't make sense, bro. Triple G, they talking about Triple G fighting, you know, Mario. You should let me, you know, B2K reunions and shit, bro. How you going to try to badmouth Canelo versus Jacobs and call him the losers bracket, but you try to fight Camille, you know, Rizreal or whoever he is? Come on, bro. That's not fair. Let's be real. Let's keep it a bucket in this game. How is that fair? That's a good fight. It's good for boxing. You know, Jacobs fought 4 undefeated fighters in a row and arguably won all 4. Canelo's a fucking beast, buying Bugattis and training hard. And you talking about this is the losers bracket. And see, that's what I'm saying. So Triple G could, you know, badmouth the competition and still get the Canelo fight. He could say, you know, him and his team's talking about, you know, Canelo's a businessman and, you know, this is the losers bracket, and still get a Canelo fight. Meanwhile, Andrade ain't, you know, if he badmouthed Triple G, Abel told you, he said, I think it was on Dante's Boxing Nation. He's like, we're not giving Charlo a fight. He said a mean thing. What? So let me get this straight. Andrade can't trash talk you, and you're going to starve him out of a fight, even though he's the champion and Golovkin has no belts. But you can say whatever about Jacobs and Canelo and still get the Canelo fight or the winner, you know. And Dazn is approving this. So, you know, Dazn, to win the popular vote, you got to holler at these Americans. Americans, you pitching to Americans, it got to come through Americans. You want the American dollar? Give some fights that the Americans can get behind. We can get behind Canelo Jacobs. We can probably even get behind Anthony Joshua, but fortunately for us, we can get them both for $19.99 because you put them within 30 days of each other. So what else you got? You know, Sor Rungvisai versus a guy from Mexico, Juan Francisco Gallo Estrada. That's cool. You know, that was a good first fight. What else you got? What you got for the Americans? You know, that's like going to a buffet. That's the whole thing with the buffet. DAZN's a buffet. You know, they don't have like necessarily one specialty. You know, people want some variety. We don't want to just see fucking Ted Cheeseburger or whatever his name is. Who is that? Ted Cheeseburger versus Jessica Alba. Like who? No, wait. Jessica Alba? You know, like who is Ted Cheese? I still to this day have never watched Ted Cheeseman. And I heard he lost too. So who's this Cheeseburger? Somebody said Tevin Farmer versus Jill Scott. Hey, I'll fight Jill Scott because I see what she was doing to that microphone. Hey, bro, where Jill at? I'll fight Floetry to get to Jill Scott. Kelly Price, I'll fight all them to get to the Jill Scott because I seen her on that mic. She was, yeah. Where Jill at? I'm the realest in the game. Where Jill Scott? What that mouth do? What? Huh? Where Jill Scott at? Huh? Yeah. Put me in with Jill Scott. Hey, Big Zo nasty as fuck. Hey, Big Zo, you a fool. What? She from Philly? I didn't know that. Lomachenko Garcia, will it go down? Probably not. Mikey's still dangerous at 35 if he can make it. Bob Arum already doing interviews saying the fight with Lomachenko is not worth 50-50. Mikey, he showed up for a paycheck. He lost it all. Like, this shit's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening or anytime soon. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Bob Arum already told you. He said he don't deserve 50-50. Mikey just came off a pay-per-view. You think he's gonna, you know, even though he ain't lost at lightweight, you think he gonna want to take 30% or whatever, take short money? No, Mikey, it's not how that works. So I don't see it happening. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the fact that Bob Arum immediately told you that it's not worth 50-50 anymore. You saw who at Fortune's gym the other day before you got kicked out? Hey, King Corleone, you nasty. Where they at though? Who got kicked out? I'm lost. I don't know who got kicked out. Why'd you get kicked out? I don't get it. Why'd you get kicked out though? Are you Mikey? I'm lost, bro. That's a good fight. That's a shame. If Mikey is the same, like mentally, he might stop Lomachenko. Hey, King Corleone nasty, but appreciate you. No, he's not acting up. He said he got kicked out. That's not, I don't think that's his fault. Mikey versus Tank, I don't see it. Tank like Mikey Garcia. I don't think that'll happen. You know, they've always been kind of cordial to each other and stuff. Oh, wow. John, you a fool. You a fool. Yeah, man, boxing's in a good place, but like I said, listen, how does this make sense? How do you expect to capture the American dollar but not appease Americans and badmouth Americans and play these games with Americans? So, hey, fork over your cash, buy these subscriptions, buy these annual fees, but we're not going to give you any fights that really pertain to Americans. I'm not saying we don't want to watch anybody else because some of my favorite fighters aren't Americans. You know, Sergio Martinez, Chino Maidana, ton of fighters from Mexico. You know, I fuck with Canelo, Eric Morales, that was my guy. You know, respect to Marco Antonio Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, all-time favorite. You know, one of them, Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, so I have tons of fighters from everywhere. That I like Costa Zoo a lot. You know, Ruslan. You know, he's like a guilty pleasure. He's not the best technically, but I enjoy watching him. So, you know, like I said, how you gonna charge Americans but not give us the product that we want, and you have the capacity to do so? You know, see, that's what I'm saying. They have to value the black dollar. They have to value the black dollar. You know, I think the brown dollar is respected a bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know there's a lot of Hispanics that watch the sport, so sometimes those things are made, but they don't value the black dollar. Like, listen to this, and just tell me if I'm lying. Eddie Hearn publicly said Tank Davis versus Tevin Farmer, $5 million. We're prepared to offer. Tank just bought a watch for $1 million or some shit, like for crazy money. You know what I'm saying? You're offering him $5 million, and he's spending bags on jewelry. He's spending that on jewelry and shit. Don't respect it. They don't respect the black. You know. But then meanwhile, Triple G coming off of a loss, right? They talk about he's getting $45 million and all types of shit. What? And Triple G's 37, coming off a loss with no belts. Tank is a belt holder with an exciting style. Oh yeah, most definitely, John. That's what I'm saying. It's like they don't respect that. They don't respect the black. And I know people get mad. Oh, why are you talking about this? Please don't watch my shit, because I'm gonna keep talking about it. You know, Tank's tweaking if that's true. What he's tweaking if what's true. Black gets devalued. Facts. And the thing is, and even like people of color, just people of color in general, you look at press row, you don't really see it. Like, I'm not trying to listen. I'm not, trying to create no issue other than what's already present. You go to press row, you see a very limited amount of people of color, very limited, but they might be some of the most supportive people, but they can't get in the gates. You know what I'm saying? I go to press row, I go to press row. It's very little people of color represented, or be in the, oh, hand me the mic, raise their hand for a question and then don't answer the question. That they got to look at stuff like that. People got to be represented, and this is everybody, LGBT wants, they want to be recognized. Women want higher pay. You got to recognize it. There's very, very little representation, and there's people be busting their asses of color and, people who aren't of color, right? So we just even in the playing field. It's because so many races are creating the negative against black fighters. Yeah, to the point where these, promoters and stuff see these comments and they think that happens to be the truth. Like I said, there's this notion that blacks don't support blacks and are broke or won't pay. I know, I'm not going to say nothing like crazy, but I know people, drug dealers and shit, they got more money than a lot of these people, to be honest. And they go to fights and shit like that, bro. And they got more money than a lot of people. Don't worry about how they get it. Don't worry about what they do. They still got it. So they still, they still be at the spot. They still be in Vegas at the fights and shit. I know dope boys and shit like that, or rappers or whatever, So don't get it twisted, Just because you don't identify with how they got the money, that don't mean they ain't willing to spend, Like E40's a rapper. I've seen him at a couple fights. I had to come out here to support my boy Andre Ward. He from the flat. He from the neighborhood. He from the soil. Like, he be at the fights. He a rapper. People will spend money. Denzel be at the fight. Yeah. I didn't land at the Barclays. The Barclays landed on me. People acting like it's just only one race or, a few people, different groups supporting. That's not true, because I'm at the fights. I'm at the fights. And I see it. I see people. I see a ton of different people and people of color at the fights. And they're like, yo, I love your channel. Da, da, da. All types of people. Straight up. Black, white, Indian, Jamaican. I see hella people. I'm at the fights. So you can't tell me, you can't convince me that there is no money. But they don't make that the priority or the directive, And that's just the reality of it. Even like Crawford, I'm pretty disappointed in the lack of promotion that I'm seeing from ESPN. Fox, I think, did a good job with Spence Garcia. I haven't seen Crawford fight in 3 weeks. I ain't seen nothing. We got a guy from Pakistan with speed and a different style for Crawford. And then we got, black and brown. And then we got Terrence Crawford. I ain't really seen no promotion. What's that? Well, where's that at? You seem like I heard more press about Tyson Fury nearly losing his life in the 12th round and coming back to life and signing to ESPN than Crawford fight. Am I lying? On ESPN, have you seen and heard more from Tyson Fury than ESPN promoting Terrence Crawford next fight? If I'm lying, I'll accept that. I'll take that on the chin. You guys vote. Have you seen ESPN talk more and give more press to Tyson Fury, his deal, showing the Wilder clip, all that type of shit. Tom Sawyer, whoever he fighting, all that bullshit. A foreign fighter who's not from America, who nearly got destroyed in the 12th round. Or have you seen more build-up and press-related stuff on ESPN, from ESPN, not YouTube channels, you know, not Ellie Setback spending his money and driving out to the Bay to go talk to Amir Khan. See, that's the other thing, not just people of color and that, but the YouTube platform. We gonna make you respect us. Straight up. You gonna make, because YouTube, we out here grinding with no support other than we have a fan base and the adoration. And then like there's people in old media and like some different people, like PR people, and then they sleep on us. Like, so that's another issue. Aside from lack of people of color and stuff, lack of respect for the YouTube. We build these fights up. We build, you don't think Ellie going interviewing Amir Khan and being in the car with Broner is building up the fight better than some of these companies that got millions? I don't know how much Ellie get. You know, I'm sure he good. You know, you don't think me going to Texas is helping me being showing face and being there with the people and doing live streams in my hotel room and getting you guys hyped for the fight? You know, doing videos about Amir Khan sparring with Devin Haney to fill you guys in. They got to start, like I said, this is America. Donald Glover voice. They got to start paying like they weigh. We need all ours, you know, including YouTube as a platform, as a staff, as a record label, and as a motherfucking crew. You got to, see, look, we get support. This is what I'm saying. Like, let some of these people from ESPN get on YouTube and we'll see if they get super chats. We'll see how many people tune in today's shit. Let's see how many people drop donations and stuff. That's why they just canceled Dan Raphael's show. He with a big outlet. Give me a show. We'll see if it gets canceled. Give me an opportunity and pay like you weigh, because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing shit for cheap. You know? Pay like you weigh, give me a show, and I'll see if I can entertain the fans. And, you know, I don't have to cuss, and, you know, I've worked jobs my whole life. You know? We'll do it how you want to do it. You know? But that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to respect America. You have to respect America. YouTube be holding it down like a motherfucker. After the fight, people come to my shit trying to hear what I'm talking about post-fight, you know, or maybe another channel that they like. They definitely come to my shit. You know, I'm out here with limited resources. Like these companies, like ESPN, see, it's different, bro. I'm just telling you. Like, as a YouTuber, I got to build up rapport. You know, because they don't want people don't want spies in their camp and shit. And like, oh, yeah, you know, who the fuck is this? And then I'm going back telling the enemy game plans and stuff. So you have to build relationships. That takes time. But if you're ESPN, if you're Showtime, if you're HBO, if you're Dazn or whatever, all you have to say is, hey, I'm the network or platform hosting your fight. We send in the camera crew. When can we come? You know, because the relationship is already there. Like, imagine if I was in Canelo's camp, asking him a couple of questions, filming my style of filming, you know what I'm saying, with my camera, my gear, showing you some cool cut, and I had an all-access pass, like some shit like that, you know. But it takes time. You have to build up that rapport. You know, ESPN, all they have to do is say, hey, Crawford, we want to pull through. You know, we're going to send a couple guys on a flight to Omaha. We're going to pull up on you in Bomac. You know, for me to do that, I got to develop relationships with these people. I do this from the mud. You know, they're going to respect you too. You know, I'll make that my promise, and I don't like promising. I'm going to make you respect this YouTube hustle. You know, I did everything I've done is out the mud. You know, fight from, you know, people like Ward and Deontay Wilder and Jacobs and all types of people showing love. You know, John Molina Jr., just different people showing love to me and say, hey, man, you funny, yo, da, da, da. That's from the mud. I'm going to make you respect us. You know, Muhammad Ali voice, I'm going to make you say my name. I'm going to leave my mark like Zorro. I promise you that. And I feel like I've already done that, but I got more work to do, you know. But everything see, and that's the thing. See, people like these big companies, a lot of them, they want to open up their YouTube channel. That's cool. Do it. But everything starts from YouTube. And like, there's not that many people from YouTube that get employed. And then if it is, like, is it somebody who's like a true influencer? You get what I'm saying? If they even, you know, get recruited type shit. You know? I don't care. I'm good. I don't need, you know, I don't have to link up with ESPN and, you know, start cooning or something. You know, I don't have to do that. I could do this and be good. I wake up when it's actually, I'm not gonna say better, but it's easier for sure because I don't have I'm on my schedule. I wake up when I want. I have no kids. I go to sleep when I want. I could do vampires. I do whatever I want. Obviously, if I work for a corporation, it's different. It's just like, you know, working a job, getting a paycheck. You got to wake up and like, oh, we need you at the ESPN studio at 1:11. You got to be there at 3:30. Oh, come here at noon. You know, you got to do makeup. You know, whatever. I do whatever I want. Wake up when I want. Come and go. Do a stream if I want. Put out something. I'm good. When the last time you seen me at a job? Okay. Like a job outside of this. Okay. So it's not even about like I need it. I'm not petitioning like, oh, hey, give me a job, man. I don't need nobody money. I'm a hustler. True boss. Bay Area bosses. Unite. Out the mud. Lamar Gujas, $10 super chat. Boxing is a culture-based sport of different races. History has shown success for all sectors. Fact is, African American put up against all other cultures has had some of the biggest wins. Research. That's fact. See, this is what they don't want to tell you. Like, see, and this is the thing. People, they're gonna say, "What? Oh, you're being racist." I didn't say one thing was racist. I'm just telling you what I see. Like, they'll put, like, let's say Lomachenko on a pinnacle. Say, "Oh, he's better than Muhammad Ali," but he's not done Muhammad Ali things yet. You know, 2 gold medals. That's cool. Clarissa Shields got that. You know, other people. The guy that beat Shakur Stevenson had that. Ray Obese or whatever. Robesi. So, you know, that's dope. That's good. You did your thing. But as a pro, oh, yeah, look at the way he's doing a handstand, right? But Lomachenko, if you really look at the facts, when has he ever done Floyd numbers? Like, when have they ever trusted him to put him on a pay-per-view? When, you know, but that becomes the budget and that becomes the priority, and they make it like there's no money in the black dollar. But name a fight that Lomachenko has ever had that's bigger than Floyd Mayweather versus Shane Mosley, Floyd Hatton, Floyd versus Cotto. I'll wait. You think Jorge Linares and Lomachenko? He said Nevuary. I'm done. Do you think Lomachenko and Jorge Linares did the numbers? Floyd Mayweather did more numbers in Shane Mosley, Cotto, Hatton on paid pay-per-view than Lomachenko has had on free TV. You think Jose Pedraza did, you know, the equivalent to 1.4, 1.6 million pay-per-view buys at $75 to $100? You know, some of the biggest fights have been black and brown fighters historically, or a black and brown fighter involved in it. All of Floyd's work, you know, Canelo's the cash cow right now, black and brown. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Sergio Martinez, that did cool. You know, it's mostly been minority. Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. Historically. Yeah, there's some fights like Ricky Hatton and Floyd, Conor McGregor and Floyd. But guess what the common denominator is? Floyd. But then you see HBO, when they had the torch, this is why they lost. This is why they had to get out the game. You start losing the trust. You never gave Floyd no fair shake. When Floyd cussed out Larry Merchant, I laughed. Shit was funny to me. Me and my brother, we both laughed. That shit was comedy. HBO need to fire your ass. They didn't fire your ass. You don't know shit about boxing. That shit was funny. Because it was true. Larry Merchant always hating. And then they want new media to bow down. Oh, these guys are legends. Don't leave them a lamplight. All right, that's what's up. That's what you feel about them. But I also feel like they robbed a lot of fighters' moments, you know, for whatever reason, which I know is the reason, you know, like discrediting. Listen to Larry Merchant discredit Lennox Lewis for beating Vitaly. He made it sound personal, like he was mad at Lennox Lewis. He said, before the fight, Lennox, you said that Vitaly was basic. What do you have to say for yourself? Like, damn, what type of questions is this? You know? What about when Lomachenko or Ronda Rousey say something cocky You know, Ronda Rousey, before the Holly Holm fight, she says Holly Holm has a fake image. She's not equipped and not prepared to be a champion. And she's a fake preacher's daughter bitch. That's what Ronda Rousey said. Holly Holmes beat the brakes off her, kicked her head off into the fucking octagon cage. Right? You didn't see the UFC say, you said Holly Holmes was blah, blah, blah. What do you have to say for yourself? You know, what about when Conor McGregor talked crazy to Khabib Nurmagomedov and Nate Diaz? Oh, Nate Diaz, he make water balloons and blah, 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 gangster from Stockton and Cholo. And okay, cool. And Nate Diaz was slapping you the fuck up. You was looking at the clock and shit. They don't say this is what they don't tell you. You know, what about when you talking crazy to Khabib Nurmagomedov and he punished you and dominated the fight, which in a way we haven't seen Conor McGregor dominate, then hopped the fence and started looking for work in the crowd with your team or whoever. They didn't treat Conor McGregor like that, you know. Lomachenko has a sus performance versus Pedraza. They didn't treat him. Well, what do you said Pedraza wasn't on your level. What do you have to say? They don't do that. Come on. Yeah, Khabib is a gangster for real. That motherfucker used to wrestle bears. I'm not fucking with him. James Souza said Lennox grabbed the mic out of Larry's hand. He's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Lennox is like, fuck all that you talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at his face. It's deteriorating. The status of his face. I know my boxing. I know it makes him mad. See, like I said, I always got to being a person of color, you always got to be better. You always got to be better. You know, somebody, it's just a reality in America. Somebody on here, you know, fair skin, blue eyes, they can get on here. They don't even have to show you where they're getting the information from. And they could just say whatever. And some people will run with that and be like, oh, yeah, great fucking video. And encourage it, you know, with no proof, no, like, citing sources, stuff like that. Just because they like what you're saying. I can't come up here with no facts like, hey, man, Deontay Wilder, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, people would go bad on me. And they still try to go against the grain. But they can't. They can't fuck with us because, like I said, I've studied casuals. I know exactly what they're trying to do. I know what they're, you know, I know their moves before they even make them. They just don't know it. Shout out to Maya. She know. We from the Bay, man. You like, this is like the home of the Panthers and revolutionary shit. Oscar Grant, they killed him out here. We not falling for that. You know, we still mad about Fruitville Station. We're not forgetting none of this. You know? She said work twice as hard to get half as much credit. Exactly. Floyd Mayweather's the best boxer of this fucking generation. Factually, statistically, CompuBox wise, pay-per-view success wise. You know, in terms of being lucrative as a fighter. Talk the talk, walk the walk. Not everyone can say that. Let Tyson Fury win rounds versus Deontay Wilder. They act like he put on some master. He didn't put on no, he ain't do shit. He did good for a couple rounds and got terminated in 2 rounds. You know, that's what happened. Great performance, great fight, run it back. You know, but he gets more credit. Oh, he's just boxing beautifully. Floyd Mayweather's worst boxing performance was better than Tyson Fury versus Wilder. Facts. That's why they're taking the tune-up. If he boxed so masterclass, why he taking a tune-up? Why didn't Floyd take a tune-up after Castillo? You know, he just got his shoulder repaired. See, I know what I'm doing. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. You see, Tupac, he spent time out here in the Bay. We not falling for it. You see what the Bay do to y'all. Every time. Mac Dre, Tupac, everybody from the Bay stood for something. I'm no different. We might not get the credit for it, but we coming. I'm riding for my side. And that's just something you got to deal with. Anywho, Tyson Fury, he boxed well for some odd rounds, right? Then he got hurt. When have you ever seen Floyd put on a masterclass boxing and then he gets knocked down and then he gets knocked down again and literally unconscious knocked down for a couple seconds? Floyd came back off a 21, shout out to Kane the bad guy, came off a 21-month layoff. This is all fact, like new media way, all off the top of my head, Boxing's Encyclopedia. Came off a 21-month layoff, fought Juan Manuel Marquez. You know, he did have to pay a fine for missing weight, probably because he took so long off and, you know, the weight probably didn't come off like he wanted to. Whatever. Marquez accepted. The fight was to commence, and he dominated Marquez, including a knockdown. No tune-up. Tyson Fury say he won 10 rounds of 2, needed a tune-up. They say Tyson Fury put on a masterclass boxing performance, but he needed a tune-up. Floyd Mayweather, he beats Castillo. Tyson Fury got a draw, immediately gets a shoulder rotator cuff surgery, beats Castillo even easier. He has a tough fight with Maidana, beats him, was awarded by the judges the fight. I think he won too. People say, nah, fight him again. He fights him again immediately after, does another pay-per-view, does better than the first, beats Maidana easy, you know, but Tyson Fury, he won by this landslide, this master class. He don't have to fight Wilder, and he can switch networks. Come on, bro. Yeah, Spice won that dude. Floyd Mayweather, I hate his attitude personally, but his boxing skills are second to none. That's all we asking for. Like, I don't care if you guys like the person. See, that's the thing. This is not the like game. It's not a popularity contest. You might not like Wilder's style, but he will knock you out. You know what I'm saying? So it's effective. No one's been able to crack that code. You know? Mayweather, whether you like his style and like his personality and choice of clothing, none of that matters in that square circle. He's a damn good boxer, and he's the best boxer probably of all time in terms of pure boxing skill. I'm not saying his style and all that is your favorite and all that bullshit, but statistically, what he's done for boxing as a everyone. Listen, Floyd popular. This is how you know he's influential, because Floyd Mayweather is popularized. Nobody was saying easy work. Who was saying easy work before Floyd? I'll wait. Name a boxer that dates back in history where you remember before Floyd, they were like, man, this easy work. Name a show like 24/7 that was on and popping, that was being made before Floyd 24/7. You know, look how many people do the mitt work and it looks just like Roger and Floyd, or Floyd Sr. and Floyd. You know what I'm saying? He's influential. You just got to own up to that and admit that. Like I said, it's our time now. Thank you guys for tuning in. More stuff from the channel. We having fun. Like I said, I'm working, so I feel good. I feel real good. Who was demanding serious testing before Floyd? Exactly. He said Olympic style blood and urine. People said he was a bitch and, you know, health comes first, Floyd, all this bullshit. Now, if you see how many people are failing the drug test, so he actually brought something needed into the game, but didn't get credit to it. And then they try to give people like Nonito Donaire credit for it because he started doing year-round testing. He didn't create that. He didn't bring the awareness to that. Floyd did. He was like, yeah, I moved up, but I didn't run through no damn body. Man, Pacquiao, yeah, I just want to make sure it's on an even playing field. Shout out to Daryl. Appreciate you. Man, we just, like I said, we just want equality. That's it. We want quality and equality. Period. You know, it's probably my name. Ego. You take the E from ego. And quality. Equality. Boom. You know, and that boxing can be like this, you know. You picked Mikey to beat Errol Spence. Cool. You got it wrong. Better luck next time. We move on. But that's not what happened. Now you have motherfuckers, oh yeah, Errol Spence needs to move up to 160 and fight Canelo. Why you gotta do that? There's tons of fights for him at welterweight. He made weight and came in under the weight. Why you gotta move up to 160? You trying to retaliate. We know. You know? And De La Hoya told Canelo, said Canelo can fight Andre Ward at 75. That's the only reason people are saying that. Nobody, when you ever see me make a video about Canelo versus Andre Ward? Huh? When have you ever seen me? Though I just made one recently. It's because of an interview I seen. I never just woke up one day and said Canelo versus Ward at 75. Because then that would make me feel like, that would make me seem like a hater. Like I just randomly tried to pit Canelo in against someone that good. The only reason I brought that up is because De La Hoya brought it up. See, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to bend and make up our own truth. All we have to do is talk about it. That's my time. Let me know what you guys think. Drop in the comment section. Thank you for the super chats, the shooters, and we got a new channel member. So show y'all love. We just going to continue to grow. It feels good. You know, shout out to Ray Wallace, a new channel member. It's $4.99 a month. You can join. I'm also an ESPN affiliate. You can join in the description. 7-day free trial, $4.99 after that. You know, get UFC, Top Rank Boxing, and some other sports. MLB opening day just started. Box Fan Expo, Canelo Jacobs. You know, I got to do my plugs because, like I said, we growing and expanding. We spitting that real support. Like I said, I'm not just saying just support me, but support was real, period. It's my time, and I'm out.